So it looks like Sean took off to get lunch. Why does everyone always take off to get lunch? Like, Nightstryke took off to get lunch. Like, I don't know. Usually I buy my food like in advance, so I don't gotta like take off to go get shit. Pins. Okay.
Hey, I'm just posting the video to let people know about tonight.
Yeah.
So ULC is Ultimate Lightweight Carbine.
No, unconventional lightweight carbine.
Video to let unconventional lightweight carbine.
Yeah, because it's all unconventional materials like titanium, carbon fiber.
Okay. If I said it wrong in the video, but I'll have it typed right here.
Yeah, it's all right. It's still going to be lightweight, but it's not going to be. I'm not going for like the lightest. I'm going more for just like materials that people usually don't use in their stuff. This whole gun's basically going to be my test bed to see if any of like the newer materials out nowadays and stuff are worth a damn compared to just regular mil spec parts. This is pretty much it, all laid out right here too. And then the only thing I prepped is the barrel nut, and then because it's a bitch to index, like it took me like an hour to index this. So like I didn't want to just spend an hour on the show, like just doing nothing but putting on a barrel nut for the to get the handguard to index. So that's the only one thing I prepped.
Right on. Well, what do we figure out what time we want to go?
It's up to you. Like 6, 7, 8. Like I think we're in the same time zone, so whatever works for you.
Let's say 8, unless like Edge or Heavy are live and they're about to, they need another half an hour or something.
Heavy's doing his show at 3.
Oh, right after us? Okay. And then, yeah, so let's just say 8 then. And if Edge is still going, we overlap them a little bit. Big deal.
Okay, good, because I'm going to post that on my Instagram. I got a lot of people that want to watch. And then I'm going to be doing some giveaways. I'm going to give away some patches and some AR-15 parts.
Right on.
Like some aftermarket nice parts. So if you want to mention that there's going to be some giveaways during the chat for everyone that comes to watch and participate.
And it's 8 o'clock MST, right?
Yep, Mountain Standard Time.
So that makes it 9:10 p.m. EST. 9 p.m. CST.
But I'm going to be giving away some cool like Strike Industry parts, like some mag catches, stuff like that, some aftermarket stuff for AR-15. So. Are you feeling any better?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That was fine, except that yesterday I felt like my kidneys were like ice cubes. Like my spine and my kidneys were like cold and I couldn't get them warm. And that was driving me fucking nuts. Now I'm fine. I got a little bit of a headache maybe, but I'm fine. Tried to like burn it out of me.
I hate being sick, man. That's like or when you get like cold chills, like the hot and cold sweats. Like you're like 1 second you're freezing cold, the next second you're super hot. Like man, that's the worst. Like
I didn't have that luckily. Mine was just fucking being cold. Like I couldn't get my damn core hot, like no matter what. But I don't know. I don't know if I was really. I think I just barely nicked something. Like it didn't seem like I ever really got sick. I had a little bit of a cough, a little bit of like congestion, but it's like I just barely got sick. So it was pretty good as far as things go. And it was enough where I could still get work done. I just wasn't jumping all around. Uh-oh. Come up with a picture of this.
I like the new Gunchannels, like the way it looks, like the larger chat box and stuff. I really like that.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. That's just a service we pay for. And whenever they make an update, they make an update. And looks like they're still working on it for sure. It looks like they changed a lot of stuff.
Like I thought it was my old laptop because like during the show this morning, like it kept freezing up on me. So I thought it was my old laptop. So I went and grabbed my new laptop, and it was doing the same thing. And it was just Gunchannels because when I'd go to YouTube or anything else, it was just Gunchannels causing it to freeze up. And I figured, yeah, they're still doing updates and stuff. But usually that kind of stuff's good, you know. It usually takes a second to get used to it, but usually there's a reason why they do it because they feel it's an improvement.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm guessing that keeping up with the neighbors or something, like if somebody else is doing something. It looks like they added a GIF thing somehow, so I don't know. It's a little, it's different. All right, so what do we say? 8, so 10. I need to restart this fucking computer. Does this look different? I guess that's why. All right, boom.
welcome everybody and invite you to another AR-15 build with Dead Horse. Dead Horse, one of our friends from Gunchannels, lives up in Utah. Tonight he's putting together another AR-15. I think he's calling this one the ULC, Ultimate Lightweight Carbine. Potentially, it's going to be a 16-inch mid-length 223 Wildy or Wild barrel with a 12-inch carbon fiber handguard and other lightweight components. We've actually got a list of all the items he's going to be using to assemble this AR tonight. I want to invite you to join. This is another in our series of live AR builds. This way you have a chance to see the process of it going together, as well as asking questions and hearing some of the questions that other people are asking. So Dead Horse is getting all set up. We'll be doing this live later on tonight, and we're looking forward to it. See you then.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Being weird when I post it on Facebook. Facebook changed shit around too. That worked. What do you think about this White House petition thing?
I like it. Like I've signed them all. I even signed the new one that came out yesterday to help California get their gun rights back. Like, so I think that will cross Trump's eye, right? He will hear about that, especially if it makes the 100,000 signatures. And it doesn't mean that necessarily something's going to come across it, but it's a lot. I think it's a start, and I think if it crosses his eye, he's going to say, hey, there's people who want this, and then he'll at least maybe consider it. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Because it's really not up to him, it's up to Congress, but if he gets behind us on this, then I think that's great to have the president behind you on trying to push something for the people to get our rights back. And the main people who I see who aren't for it are the guys who are like, oh, I'm going to lose out on my investment, or the guys who are like the class 3 manufacturers who are currently still, who think that they're going to lose money on it. Like, other than those two groups of people, well, and of course, like maybe like the liberals and stuff, but I just don't know why it doesn't have more signatures.
I don't know why it doesn't have more signatures. I know plenty of people that have full auto guns that cost 50 grand plus when talking about deuces and stuff, and not one of them would suggest that we need to keep their infringements in place. I don't know where this perception comes from that people that already have NFA items want us to see us keep this situation. But have you met anybody who owns NFA stuff who said that?
On the posts on Instagram, whenever I see that, I go and I read the comments, and I have seen several people. I haven't met anyone in real life that doesn't want it, or at least that has admitted it to me. But I have seen several people in the comments on these posts say stuff like, well, I just bought an, so-and-so gun. It costed me $10,000 or $20,000, and now it's going to be worthless. If this goes through, I'm going to lose all the money in my investment. I'm like, well, what you're going to gain is you're going to gain your rights back, and then you're going to be able to buy more guns like this at a much cheaper price. So, I really just can't understand their logic.
No, I don't. You're talking about one guy there, I guess. But yeah, if somebody's interested,
I've seen several different people say stuff like that along those lines, that they're going to lose out on their investment.
Again, if somebody's interested enough in NFA items to purchase one, I really don't. I mean, I guess that's something they can say, but I don't see it being a real reason to keep infringements when, like you say, if they're interested in them at all, then they're going to be more interested in having access to more new stuff and then not worrying about a couple of bucks.
Well, a couple years ago when they did the green tip thing, right? When that was a thing and they did the petition about the green tip ammo, there was a petition on the same whitehouse.gov website, and they needed 100,000 signatures, and they got over 300,000 in just like a week. All right, so I'm like, where are all these green tip guys at who signed it back then? Like, I don't, and everyone's reposting it on social media and talking about it, but last I checked, the signatures are still under 3,000 signatures. So,
yeah.
But they got over 300,000 just on one type of ammo.
Well, that was a little different. This is what we'd like to theoretically see. And then the other thing was they're about to take this, which a lot of people use, away from us right now. So one of them was a reaction to a threat, an imminent threat. And this is like, hey, let's just fucking talk about, catching the sky or having our cake and eating it too. Like this is probably for some people a dream, not a reaction to an imminent threat. It's the only thing I can think of. And then there's probably people that don't think that there should be an NFA, or I mean that we need full autos and stuff. There's probably people that have some fear that like, sure, just because they're machines and anybody can make one of these machines, and if criminals really wanted these machines, they could have them anytime they wanted with almost no mechanical aptitude. They could turn any kind of gun into a machine gun anytime they wanted. But even though they can do that and they choose not to, somehow if we got rid of the NFA, all of a sudden there'd be machine guns everywhere. Like there's some people that make that leap of logic, I think, and think that like the repealing of the NFA is the same thing with people that go, oh, you want no drug laws? Well, then you're basically going to have drunkies like clogging the fucking gutters of every street in every town. Like somehow just because you remove a restriction, all of a sudden everybody's going to choose to alter their lifestyle or something. So all of a sudden these guns which have no appeal right now are going to have so much more appeal. It doesn't make any sense. So I think I'm assuming that's got to be some of it, that there's some people out there that are just, they think that legal full auto would somehow equal violence.
I can see that. I can see that from, them thinking that, but I don't see that in reality. Like, because like I own a ton of ARs, and let's say we get full autos back where I can just go buy registered, or not a registered, but just a drop-in auto sear, right? And turn one of my ARs into full auto. And let's say I can get that drop-in auto sear for $60, right? It's just a little tiny part. So let's say it's cost $60 now to turn one of my guns into a full auto. Well, am I going to do that to all my guns? No. Am I going to do it to half of them? No. Like, may I do it to one or two? Probably. Like, but yeah, because I can't afford to shoot full autos. Like, I'm not going to be able to afford that and all. And I don't have a need to do all my guns, but would I like one or two just for fun at the range and stuff? Oh, hell yeah. Like, but I see the average guy who maybe owns a couple ARs doing that to one of his guns, but not to all of them. And I don't see that, man, I don't even see like half the people who probably own ARs doing it, because a lot of people aren't just going to be interested in that.
God damn it. This guy emails me that he wants this shit shipped to a different place than his billing address. What the hell does that? Like, oh, I'm going to place an order with a store and give them my address for shipping as my billing address. And then I'm going to write them a separate fucking email. Where the fuck did they send this email to? Just a fucking separate email that tells them I want my shit going to a different place. What a fuck. What a fucking fuck. God fuck.
I can see that maybe if he's sending it as a gift to someone else, but that's about it. Like, but he should have like maybe contacted you first and been like, hey, by the way, I want to place an order, but I'm going to want it shipped somewhere else or something. But to do it after the fact, I don't know. A lot of places won't do that. A lot of places you buy online, especially gun parts, they'll straight up tell you that they will only ship to your billing address. That's
Oh yeah,
it.
I'm not doing some shady ass shit. This is already shady. What the hell's wrong with this guy? He goes, checking on my order from late yesterday. So yeah, he sent this thing after the damn thing. Let's see. I sent it on the 26th. When the hell did this damn thing get placed? Damn, freaking damn it. I knew I was going to get scammed out of shit. All right, this guy here. Is that him? Yeah, all right. So, damn it. All right, well, hopefully it's not a big issue. Guess we'll find out. Fucker. Hmm. Oh, now I have to go somewhere though and do this. Verify my email. Did you have to verify your email?
No, no. When I did it, no, I didn't have to do nothing. When I made my order.
My email when I voted for the thing or whatever and repeal the NFA. It made me go to my email and click a button. So maybe people don't realize that that step happens or something.
Oh, you know what? I haven't seen that email. I'll have to check my spam folder, which maybe I only check like once a week or something. But I
Well,
never got a email back after I signed the petitions.
No, but if you've already signed a few, then maybe they know your email is in the system. Like for me, I haven't done one in a while, so maybe my email ain't in the system, so I had to verify because it came up and clearly said you got to verify your email for your vote to happen. But
that's probably what it is then. Because no, on these last couple, no, I haven't. They didn't ask me anything.
wait a fucking minute. What the hell? How the hell can I only have 11 fucking views? Damn.
11 views?
Yeah, on that video. 12. Damn. Back in the day, if I
People probably still at work and stuff.
Yeah. Back in the day, I'd have like hundreds as soon as you post something. Ain't back in the days no more, I guess. I guess I got to leave this one and get ready for the daily show. So I'm going to head over there.
All right, man.
All right.
I'll see you over there.
Doo-doo-doo. What's going on? Gung Hai Fat Choi. It's the year of the cock. I have a Chinese boss. He's going to bring me some monies when he gets back from lunch. He does it every year in a cute little red envelope. I sent out a bunch of invites for your build chat tonight. I had a bunch
sweet.
of locals. Yeah, I had a bunch of locals ask about it. They're builders themselves, so I thought you two could bang heads and have a good time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just read a story that Samsung washing machines are exploding. They had a recall, and after the repair work was done, people's washing machines are blowing up. So I'm like, yeah, Samsung, not only jihading your phone, but your tidy whities too.
Did ISIS buy Samsung or something? Like,
I
just
guess.
That's crazy.
You're supposed to replace the wiring, but not with det cord, you idiots.
That is crazy.
It's fantastic.
And a washing machine recall has to cut, because when they recall a phone, man, it's not that much in shipping. But when you have recall a washing machine,
That's bad.
that's got to cost a shitload of money, dude.
Yeah, because I mean, they're not going to say, hey, what we need you to do is open up the bag and take out the motor and just send us. No. So this is how the mighty Korean corporation will fall.
I wonder, do they have insurance that pays for that shit? Like, do they pay for insurance that pays for that when they screw up and have a recall like that, or what?
You know, I'm not really sure. I mean, it's a global corporation. So, for instance, I sell Samsung parts here at the shop, but they're a derivative of Samsung corporate. It's TSST, which is actually a joint project. It's Toshiba Samsung Storage Technologies. So my stuff goes through a completely different set of people than taking it straight back to Samsung. I'm sure their mobile phones are the same way. It's good stuff. Gonna have a boring ass weekend, man. It's like I call my new car, or my new old car, the big, it's a BMW, but I call it the big mechanical asshole. because it's only 14 years old, but it's got a shit ton of miles on it. And the guy I bought it from, I helped buy it 10 years ago for. He has not taken anything apart on this car. He's kept it immaculate. So like all the original fittings are on the car as they were when it was new. So they're a bitch to get off. Hang on a sec. I gotta walk in. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Good morning.
What up?
Finishing my coffee. One of the biggest coffee makers just got forced into bankruptcy in Kona. The guy used to run the Kona coffee organization and yearly Kona Coffee Festival. Mountain Thunder. He owes like his company owes like $3 million, and he's making $100,000 a month. Except some of it is not exactly. His payments are late, and some of the money seems to be missing or something. One of those coffee sacks is probably stuffed full of $100 bills.
Scamming their own company.
Well, scamming the bank. It's more like it.
I just barely watched a movie about that. Like, well, I can't remember what it was, but it was that accountant movie. The accountant. They were like the guys was scamming their own company. Like,
I got the that Blu-ray DVD of that, and I was kind of watching it, but I was cleaning my house at the same time, so I wasn't really paying too much attention. While I'm, scrubbing the things and dusting and doing all that stuff, all that house cleaning type of crap. If I don't do it, nobody does around here. So every once in a while. So I'm going to actually have to sit down and watch it all the way through without cleaning anything. But I'll finish my coffee and then get on with my day. I went on to the Gunchannels Daily Gun Show, and boy, the text chat there is really fucked up. I mean,
yeah, they're still updating the thing. So every time I'm even on Gunchannels right now, it just freezes my computer basically because it's still updating stuff.
Yeah, something happened last night, and I just had to reboot my whole computer when I was on Gunchannels. It just completely froze everything, so I just had to hit the reboot button, and then it took like forever to run CC Cleaner and just blow out all the shit that was on there. So, well, whatever the update is, it's causing all kinds of problems. So I have to go finish reading my...
I am pretty sure I just had one of the people that participated in Houston's Women's March walk into my shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She smelled of lemongrass and kale, and she spoke like a hippie. She brought lithographs of wolves and moons and things.
There's nothing wrong with moons or wolves, but...
No, but I mean, it was literally like stereotypical hippie-ish stuff.
Well, maybe she's into that free love thing.
Well, I was trying not to be rude, but there is a sign at the door that says "No solicitors. You will be met by an armed presence." But I couldn't stand up and let her see my holster. I just didn't have it in me to do it. She was way too polite.
So you didn't want to stand up and let her see that big 9mm pointed right at her?
I really want a sign that says "No solicitors except Girl Scouts." Like,
except Girl Scouts.
Yeah, because I'm okay with the Girl Scout
Very
cookie
unlike you.
solicitors. Like, I'm okay with that. But
Dude, don't even talk about underage girls to me. I'm trying to avoid every time I go to the flipping hot tub, they're always hanging out there. Want to get in trouble.
No,
this
I'm
one
not
is-
okay with the girls, but I'm okay with their cookies. So like, because that's the only time I get like Samoas and like the Thin Mints. That's what I always buy. Like my
Did you
neighbor's
see that
kids
picture?
barely came over the other day and was like, "Yeah, we got Girl Scout cookies again." I was like, "Awesome!" Like I'll take like 4 boxes. So I got 2 boxes of each, and literally like 20 minutes later, some other neighbors from down the street came over, and their girls are like, "Oh, we got Girl Scout cookies." I was like, "Awesome! I'll take 4 boxes." And then the next day, another group came. Awesome! I'll take 4 boxes. So I
So
have
you're
like 3
basically
different orders out.
you're prepping for the apocalypse with Girl Scout cookies.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Like that's.
Yeah. You'll just, when the food supply is gone, you'll just be living off of ammunition, guns, and Girl Scout cookies.
Thin Mints.
Thin Mints and Samoas. Yep.
There you go.
God.
And I saw a meme the other day of like a squad of soldiers getting ready to kick down the door in Iraq, and it said, "Girl Scouts have taken a new approach to their cookie sales this year." Breach and clear, you will buy these Girl Scout cookies. One of these days in my shop today.
Yeah, what was that you said? You've had a post in there about you have a false name that you use for people who call you up for sales and stuff. I had something like that in my ad, like when I was running my recording studio. I had an ad in Music Connection, and people would always call up asking for the name that I put down for myself in Music Connection magazine for running the studio for to sell me something or whatever, or just send me a resume. It was always, or people would call me up and say, "Can I please talk to Steve Jetski?" I was like, "Oh, you're from Music Connection," so
yeah.
Easy way to separate out the flakes from the film people.
I used the name of a guy who used to work here a long time ago, and this guy called and he was just like, "Yeah, I met him at CES this year," and I'm sitting there thinking, "Oh, really?"
No, I went out. No, there's this guy who owned Music Box in the recording studio in the past, and we went out jet skiing. So I would just call myself Steve Jetski put myself down as for the listing in Music Connection magazine because they list all the studios there. And so people would always call me Steve Jetski if they called from Music Connections.
Shit,
funny shit.
Oh, yeah.
Needless to say, it's not my name, but
when I got my phone, I guess the number belonged to somebody before it, or maybe they screwed it up when they entered the data into it. But I've never had it changed because I dig the name that comes up on caller ID. I call it my disco black man name, but it's Leonard Jackson when I call somebody. So I tell people, I'm like, Leonard Action Jackson. That's me. But my voicemail uses a third name when people call. And I put on the Russian accent, and I tell them I'm Boris Baryshnikov, former KGB spy. I'm like, leave your name and number. That throws off sales calls pretty quick. And then when people call my house.
If you want to throw off sales calls, just say you have some medical bills and you can't afford anything right now. They'll hang up real quick.
Well, when people call my house, my mom grabs the phone. And I've instructed her when she answers my phone at the house, I'm like, look at the caller ID. If it's not a number you recognize, just answer the phone and start reading off a Korean recipe.
But if they think you're broke, they won't bother you.
Until the next guy calls.
Well, you get taken off their list eventually. Though. Anyway, it's an easy, quick way to end a sales call. Say, I have all these medical bills and I can't afford anything right now. Try me some other time.
It's like I'm $3.5 million into a premature baby delivery. You have to get back with me in 25 years. I didn't pull that number out of my ass either. Actually, my best friend, him and his, I guess, live-in common law wife now because they've been together for so long. They had a baby that was premature, and her VA didn't kick in. His insurance didn't kick in for almost 2 years. They had to litigate it for 2 years before they cleared it. But his bill was like $3.5 million. It was crazy.
Jeez. That's more than the coffee farm owes.
But he eventually got the army, and well, she got the army to pay for part of it, and he got his work to pay for part of it.
You know, it would be nice if Trump could figure out and make the VA a little more efficient, so people don't have to, and the army don't,
they don't have to die waiting in line.
Yeah, or die waiting in line, or I mean, it's all the usual stuff. Having a baby shouldn't bankrupt you either. It shouldn't cost $3.5 million to have a baby, because people all over the world do it for free every day.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. Her sister, she had a natural birth, so it's like there was no bill. But, she didn't choose her son to be premature. So. He was just in a rush to get out and play, I guess.
Well, so the commercial, he saw a bag of Doritos out in front and they just went for it. It's like, Doritos! I'm out. Or maybe he was from Gunchannels. Maybe he's from Gunchannels and there's like a sale on ammo. And so he's like, ammo sale, I'm out of here. Get me out of here. Wait to the store.
First words, is that Mr. Guns and Gear code still good? Like, whoa, dude, wait a minute.
God.
The most annoying thing I get back at my shop is hardware that isn't made for Mac users, and they keep complaining that it doesn't work on their Mac. It's like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to save a buck not buying an Apple product. Because
probably more than a buck.
Yeah, and it's like the PC versions of things are, a third the cost, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna try to save $1 and get this instead.
Just buy a PC to start with, and just
exactly.
embrace the suck.
You will take these automatic updates for Windows 10, and you will like it. I don't think so. I hate that. That's the one part of Windows 10 I can't stand.
Well, the one part of you can't. What about all the spy telemetry that's built into it that you have to disable?
I've disabled all that.
I know, but most people don't know how.
Yeah, I've taken all that off. It's just the I want to choose when to download and install updates. That's a feature that needs to come back with a quickness.
So, is the Daily Gun Show have any important topics today, or can I skip it and read my ham radio manual?
It's Friday, so it'll be the weekly wrap up. There's one unique segment other than the weekly wrap up. I keep forgetting the order, but yeah, I mean it should be okay. And then it's the try to out Google angry or mad or myself when the quiz comes in.
I don't even try anymore.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get angry pretty good with my Guess That Guns earlier in Early Watch. I mean, it took him a while to get it, but he did get it.
I'm going to wait till the live feed comes up on my YouTube subscriber feed. I'm not going to go over to the Gunchannels page because it's just too fucked up right now. I don't want to crash my computer by going onto that page.
I get 3 different versions of the chat box, actually. It's like the one I'm looking at now is okay. And then the one I'm looking at in another channel is not quite okay. And then when I go home, that one looks really good, and the emoticons work. So
this one, the one that I'm getting looks so wrong that it's just too scary to go on. I don't want to stay on it. I don't want to go back to it. I close the page and something else. Mention. I imagine it will eventually work. Oh.
McCain is urging Trump not to make a reckless move to lift Russian sanctions.
Well, I think he should wait till he meets with Putin and then trade something, get something for lifting sanctions if he's going to do that.
I think they should just do an arms deal.
Do an arms deal.
What better way to sweeten your relationship with a country that the last president tried to screw up by doing an arms deal? It's like, hey, send over a container ship full of 7N6. You know, we'll send you Twinkies. I don't know, whatever they don't get in Russia that they like.
Freedom.
Got to keep the boss happy. You know?
Life. Food. And they do like they do need food. They don't.
We'll give them a couple of more KFCs.
How about blankets? It's cold over there, man.
Well, we can't offer them uranium because Hillary already gave it to them.
Yeah, they gave it to Iran. Maybe we can give them an instruction manual on like a book, like on how to use a aircraft carrier. Right?
Written in Mandarin.
I mean, that would be funny in Mandarin.
Step one.
I mean, first
dopey ramp.
Step one: learn how to actually land on a carrier and not miss it and land into the ocean.
They use.
I mean, how lame is that? You aim for the carrier and you hit the ocean.
Didn't they use fullbacks for the Russian Navy or whatever? I mean, they've been doing that for years. But yeah, we definitely had the most practice at it.
I mean, and when you launch an aircraft off of an aircraft carrier and you land in the ocean, I mean, how can you miss the sky? It's pretty big. You just point the thing up and hit the engines, you know, and it's got a ramp that kind of angles your wings up towards the sky. I mean, how could you land in the ocean after launching up?
I think that's how they do it.
It requires a special kind of stupid. I mean, I don't know how to fly a plane, and I could probably launch it and hit the sky. I wouldn't know how to land the thing, or
full throttle.
Well, maybe he hit the ocean at full throttle, and he had his flaps pointed in the wrong direction.
Point the pointy end towards the sky.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a pretty special kind of pilot to miss the entire sky.
Well, I'm still waiting for news when they lay down the keel to the new USS Enterprise.
Well, I heard that Trump did talk about. I was watching John Hannity the other night, and he was talking about that the Navy has to buy a lot of submarines, so he's trying to get a good deal on subs. Because the U.S. Navy, because all the ballistic subs are way past their service life, you know, and they're having malfunctions. So, you know, they've got to replace all the ballistic boom missile subs for the U.S. Navy, and we're not going to sell them to the Russians, obviously. But so he's trying to get a better price on a fleet of ballistic missile subs.
I think they officially decommissioned the Enterprise yesterday, even though
they did.
Yeah, since it's been out of service since 2012, but the decommissioning ceremony was, I think, yesterday. And now they're getting ready to build a new one, CV-85, I think. Well,
of course. Well, they could sell it to the Chinese. I'm sure they'd buy it. Anything's an improvement over the one they have now. Oh God. Anyway.
Yeah, it'll be the 9th of its name.
Yeah, well, the Enterprise carrier has a pretty good battle history. You know, I mean, especially from World War II.
Yeah, but that was 2 different ships.
Oh, yeah. There's been a lot of Enterprises.
Not 8. Yeah, it says it'll be ready by 2027. I'm like, then don't even announce it. Just fucking tell us when you actually have it built.
Well, they need to put something up for the website where the carriers are. They want to know when they're in, you know, being refurbished or resupplied or import or out to sea, and They're on shakedown cruises. I mean, they have everything about them on that website.
Yeah, we have to let our enemies know exactly what's going on. Just like Hillary gave her nuclear response time on TV.
Yeah, she did that? Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. 4 minutes. That's what she said.
She probably has the nuclear launch codes on her cell phone. Probably accidentally deleted them, deleting everything else.
I bet she has an app that just pumps fake emails onto her phone, so she has something to delete constantly to keep her thumbs busy.
I bet you could make a lot of money if you had an application called the Hillary Clinton email deleter. You just need to delete some emails, run this app.
Now more powerful than Bleach Bit.
Delete your identity with one button push.
No, that would be having Hillary Clinton on speed dial.
Oh, shot show, a dagger, and a puuko. Whatever the fuck that is. Looks like some sort. I see this. Another shot show. People are still posting shot show videos, so hey.
Yeah, they just got home and finally getting to edit.
Yeah,
They're not all like proficient like Marco. That dude, he can put one out like 10 minutes after he's done filming.
I think it takes a lot longer than that because I have to render it once in Microsoft Movie Maker and then render it again after, once it has to render just so you can edit it, and then it has to render again when you're done editing it. So it takes a while. Then you have to load it, process it. YouTube
I'm
has
running
to
an old
process
version of Movie Maker through Windows 10. It's a real bitch. It's like I can set the whole storyboard up, and then just before I try to save it, it'll lock up.
Really? I run an old version of it. I haven't had any problems so far. I've only done a few videos since I've had Windows 10 though, so I posted my little turn up the radio video, 5-minute video of my new Bofang.
Yeah, I've gotten in the habit of just auto saving it like every 10 minutes now.
Yeah, I hate when you get to the end of editing it completely, and then you're about to try and save it, and then it just crashes.
Mm-hmm. Every damn time. It's right after I'm making like the credit roll.
Oh, you do a credit roll?
Yeah, I do videos for this antiques place. They kind of commission me to film all their booths and do interviews and things. So I put it up there, and I have to put this end credit thing with like the address and their phone number and their contact info and all that stuff.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Daily Show in my YouTube feed. It's not live yet, I don't think. Let me hit refresh. It says unconventional lightweight carbon AR-15 build.
That's coming tonight, I think. But they'll probably elaborate on it.
Oh, wait a minute. What's that? It doesn't say live. It says it's only 55 seconds.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
that's
like the commercial for it coming up.
Yeah, that's the teaser.
Oh, that's the teaser. Okay, now I see it says Dave. No, it's at 5 p.m. That's not the Daily Show. That's something else. All right.
Shit. I may have done this entire section of my website incorrectly. That's 2 days worth of work in the toilet.
So what do you think Trump should do about Chicago?
Make an arms deal with Russia, buy a SAR bomber, and drop it on Chicago.
Wait, we can't even use our own nukes? Yeah. Well, that would be illegal. Yeah, you're not allowed. So we have to use Russian nukes.
told you, you gotta sweeten the deal with your relationships with your neighbors. Or we can always just ask Russia to have a war game in Chicago.
You got muted. Oh, and you dropped out. Oh, well, maybe it'll come back. All right, so I'm going to do more reading on my radio technician's license book. Watch some shot show videos, because I'm like 10 years behind on, about 10 hours of viewing behind on all the shot show videos I'm supposed to watch. Maybe troll a couple of the local gun shops. Shit, somebody did a taste test review of Campbell's chunky spicy chili with bean soup. Oh, wow.
Clay's asking you if you got your computer connect cable for your Bofang.
Who's asking? No, I didn't get a computer
Clay.
connect. I figured I need to figure out. I'd rather figure out how to operate it just from the buttons there before I started fucking around with the computer. And plus, maybe I have a cable laying around that I can use for it. I haven't looked at the connector for it.
I don't know. When I get mine, I'm going to make like a small donation to Hosh and have him sit down with me over a chat.
Just find yourself an Elmer. You don't have to do that. Just find yourself a local person who knows what they're doing. They're called Elmers. Because they'll know all your local stations and things to pre-program, local things, because Hosh won't know, the local stations and frequencies you should have as your main channels saved too. Like, you need a local Elmer to help set it up, not just somebody from the internet. At least that's what it said in the book. The technician's license book. I'll probably just take it out with me to the hot tub, sit on the edge of the hot tub with my feet in there, my ankle in there, and just read the book. Man. Now that I have over 50,000 Gunchannels credits, it'd be nice if there was something I could spend it on. Beer, Gunchannels beer, foot massages or something. A blanket, AK ammo. Bitcoin.
I don't know. Like, I'd be willing to trade. Like, I have no idea how the credit things work, but I would like if I had credits, I'd just be like, oh, like I have 50,000 credits. Like, here, like, give me a shout out. Like, there you go. Like, I'd be okay with that. Like,
Well, yeah, I need like $1.20 till I get the next $100 payment from Google. So,
oh, what do you have it set up so they don't send payment until it reaches a certain amount or something?
yeah, every $100 mark, you know.
Just for you or for like everyone or?
What do you mean? Just for me? It's my account. Who else are they going to send it to?
Well, no, I mean, like, do you have it set up so they only send it to you when you reach $100, or is that for everyone? Like when they get 100?
That's one of their standard default. I think that's the lowest setting that they have.
Oh, okay. Because see, I've never gotten a check from YouTube, so like I don't know.
I have it set up so they directly deposit it into my bank. It's not a check.
The highest video I got only has like 10,000 views or something. So.
Well, that's not terrible.
But all my other videos only have like 200 or 300 or something, like, you know, so it's not like.
Yeah, well, most of my videos don't have that many views. Some do. Like my bug out bag is almost at 10,000.
But I don't have that many videos. I think I only have like 5 videos or something. I don't even know. Like, and I think I have the monetary thing like turned on, but I don't know. Like they've never sent me a check, so. So that's what I was wondering. Like maybe I have to wait till I get to the $100 mark and then I'll finally get a check or something. I don't know.
My Lapua rifle video has 57,995 views. MSC APC update 27,825. Bug out bag 9,928. Malaysian Parang 8,484. Global shipping chaos ghost ships 6,776. 1892 Winchester John Wayne Centennial Edition 6,149. Canoe at the Korean Hostess Bar 5,129. Oh wow. All in all, it doesn't really matter. Maybe I'll go make a pass at one of the Mexican girls running the Taco Del Mar place today.
Hey, that's not a bad idea because then, you know, you could get free Taco Del Mar maybe, you know. Like she's getting off work and you call her and like, hey, what's up, baby? Like you coming over tonight? Yeah, like, okay, bring me some tacos.
Bring me some fish tacos and a burrito.
There you go. Like every year for a limited time, Del Taco does shrimp tacos, and man, I love them. Like so.
I've never seen them make those, but
oh, the shrimp tacos are the best. You like, I never thought like shrimp tacos would be something good, but once I had them like years ago, like now I'm like addicted to them. So like, I'm like every time I drive by that place, I'm like looking on their sign, like, are the shrimp tacos out yet? Like, are they here? Like. And this is about the time of year that they get them. So,
well, I'll keep my eye out for them then. It'll give me something to ask them before I make a pass at one of them instead of the usual when you got off work and do you like margaritas? So is there any gun news today?
That a new petition is on the whitehouse.gov site to free California from unjust gun laws.
I saw something somewhere about California ceding from the union, or they want to. There's like some ballot initiative.
That's another one, yeah. But that's a. I don't think that was a petition because I looked on the website, on the whitehouse.gov website, and I don't see it. I think when I saw that, it was actually like someone's like introducing a bill or something to make that happen.
A ballot initiative or a bill?
I'm not sure, but it wasn't a petition because I looked on the White House website. It was something else, like a petition or a bill or a ballot initiative, something like that. That was more like to do with like in California, not with the White House.
Right.
Because I was gonna go sign that one too, and I like looked all over the whitehouse.gov website for it. I couldn't find it, and then I was like thinking, oh wait, maybe that was like something to do with just in California. Because I was totally going to sign that.
You want to get rid of California? All right.
I've been saying that for a long time, man. Just like when you get like gangrene in your finger, you got to cut that shit off to save the hand, you know. And I would like, you know, for us to be able to save California, but I just don't. It's just getting to a point where I just don't really see it happening. Like, you know, maybe like if this petition passes, it gets 100,000 like signatures, then maybe Trump can step in and say, hey, we're going to cut federal funding, we're going to do this, do that. Then maybe, but even then, I still see California fighting it. So I think it's a lost cause, man. And then what are all these Californians doing? They're like, man, California sucks. We got to move out of here. So let's move to like Nevada and Arizona and Oregon and Washington, and let's screw up these states the way we did California.
You know, you might get a few conservatives. I know my dad was looking at Arizona, but you know, and he's definitely old right-wing fogey with lots of guns. So not everybody in California is a lefty, but yeah.
All right, guys, I'm back just in time to let you know that we're shutting down so we can start the daily gun show coming up in a couple of minutes.
Sweet. I'll see you over there.
All right.
I'll probably be on the YouTube side of things because I don't want to fuck up my computer again.
Well, we'll see you there.